Hey guys, it's Goat the Great once more, and today I'm doing things a little bit different. Um, this originally began with PointBlankGamez doing a video called YouTube Politics. It wasn't necessarily a tag video, but TheArchAngelNexus went ahead and did one as well. And because of the topics that were being discussed, the manner in which it was being discussed, I figured why not? I'd do the same thing. The only difference is they did it with a picture in the background. I figured, you know what? I do videos, so why not donate to research while doing my discussion? So this is folding at home in the background. So basically the topic was YouTube politics. Many different topics were discussed, and I kind of felt like I'd like to, jump in and give my own point of view, as well as put out my own opinions on the subjects that were being discussed. So the first thing I'll really discuss is kind of the reason why I got into YouTube, and I'll make a different video at some point in the future, kind of going into it a bit more, but mainly the reason why I even got into YouTube in the first place is because of Sun Twisted. Of course, those of you that know my channel know who he is. But basically, yeah, that's mainly the reason why I even got into YouTube in the first place. And it was just originally just to give some thoughts and opinions. I really didn't even intend on doing any commentary, never had any intention of even showing myself, because I didn't see myself getting that involved in it. Well, fast forward a couple of months, I was doing commentary. Fast forward a couple of months, I was not showing myself, but I was showing myself. And then, like, I don't know, a few months following that, I began showing myself. Now, the reason why I even got into it in the first place is because I love getting feedback from people, whether it be negative or positive. Don't get me wrong, the negative feedback on here can get out of hand, and I'll touch on that as well. But I like to get feedback. I'm not the best game player. I will never be the best game player. So I really didn't come here to display skills in gaming. I didn't come here to talk about how much of a beast I am and post big scores and flex my video editing muscles, because they're extremely weak, as anyone that's been a fan of this channel can tell. I just came to put up some gameplay, do some commentary, and discuss some topics with people, hear what people have to say, and that's pretty much it. Point Blank discussed how, sometimes you'll see a person talk about they have this game, they'll say, let's link up and let's play, and then those people, when it comes down to playing, they really don't play anything with you. And I guess to a certain degree I do fall into that category of YouTuber, because it's difficult. It's extremely difficult, especially when you work a full-time job, and outside of gaming you have a lot of other things that you enjoy doing, as much as, sometimes even more than, gaming. So when you do get the opportunity to play a game, it may not always be a game that other people want to play. It may not, there could be situations in which you may have a game that other people have, but because they have more time than you, they've advanced much further than you. So it's not really that fun to play with these people, because they already know what's going on, and you're kind of a learner, and you don't feel like you're a part of that group. Multiplayer, they may be much better than you. You feel like, you know what, I'd rather play with beginners so I can kind of learn the game, instead of people that are off beasting while you're just getting murdered, as I felt playing Dead Island. Even now that I have Gears of War, that's kind of the situation. I rather reserve my playtime for people that are on the same skill level that I am, or have not advanced as far, so they're kind of exactly where I am. That's kind of what I'm looking for. But yeah, I am that YouTuber that I'll say, I'll see you guys online, and then online time comes and I'm probably not playing anything, and I'm sorry, that's just the way that it is. But to be quite honest, I honestly didn't even come to YouTube for that purpose. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy that. Sometimes you have a game that your IRL or in real life friends don't have, or have no interest in playing, and there are a bunch of YouTubers, people from YouTube that have the game that are online and they're willing to play. The beauty of it is, because YouTube is available worldwide, you can come home at 4 in the morning your time and find someone online that's playing, because it's like 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. their time. So that's actually one of the good things. But it does fall into that. I do fall into that category quite frequently, where I just don't play with people, and I would like to be apologetic for it, but that's life, you know. If I'm online and you see me playing a game, let's jump in and play together. If I'm further behind, or if I'm further in front of you, it probably wouldn't be the best environment. So it's probably best that we don't play. If it's a multiplayer game, I don't care who joins. Join. Let's throw the headsets on. Let's talk. Let's do something, you know. And anyone that's ever played online with me can always say, if I'm playing a multiplayer game, I've never denied anyone the opportunity to play with me when it comes to playing multiplayer games. I will not accept requests to play games when I'm playing another game. It just it's obvious I'm there playing a different game, so it's obvious I'm not gonna stop playing that game to all of a sudden play a different game. If I'm watching Netflix, I'm not going to accept a party invite to talk while I'm watching Netflix. It's just not going to happen. So things like that. As far as other topics that were discussed are concerned, things like trolls on YouTube, jealousy on YouTube, things like that, I really don't get into as much. As far as YouTube is concerned, I mean, of course, the website is open to the world, and because you're open to the world, you're going to encounter a vast diversity of opinions and people. Now, what I've come to notice, especially on YouTube, I don't know if this applies to the entire gaming community, and you know what? I think it does, because I read a lot of forums, I go to a lot of gaming blogs, and you see the same kind of personality across the board, whether it be on Giant Bomb, whether it be IGN, whether it be Joysticks, Kotaku, here on YouTube, GameSpot, GameFAQs forums, any of them. They all have the same type of people. It's just a bunch of whining, bitching, moaning, complaining individuals. Especially here on YouTube, I see quite a bit of it. Now on YouTube, the problem with the community is they seem to want an opinion, but they do not want an opinion that does not align itself with their own opinion. And what I mean by that is, if I were to say to you, Gears of War 3 sucks, I guarantee you that a ton of people, hundreds, thousands possibly, would just rain hate down on that video. Why? Because Gears of War 3 is a popular game, and it's liked by many, and it's considered to be a great game by many. But if I were to be the individual that has an opinion that does not align itself with everyone else and their grandmother, and I were to come out and say Gears of War 3 sucks, then it would be like, wow, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. He needs to go do his research. He's an idiot. He's a fag. He needs to kill himself. All of these insults just come out of I don't know where they come from, but it seems like a lot of people on YouTube, and I don't really know if it's a lot of kids or if we're dealing with a lot of adults or teens. It seems like there are a lot of kids, but it also seems like you do get this from people in their late teens, their 20s, and in some cases even their 30s, where it's as though these games and these gaming consoles have attached itself to their emotional strings somehow, and you as a YouTuber with a voice have the ability to yank any one of those emotional strings at any time by just saying something that they don't want to hear, and then they lose it. And that at first used to bother me. Like, I've never blocked anyone. I don't delete comments. I really don't see the point in that. The way I see it is, when it gets to the point where I'm blocking and I'm deleting comments, then that person truly has gotten to me, because if it's affecting me that much that I have to do something about it, chances are they have accomplished what they are trying to accomplish. So I really don't even get into it. Half the time I'll read the comment, I'll kind of say something to myself in my head like, wow, what an idiot. This guy's taking this way too personally, and then I'll just move on to the next comment. But there's a lot of that on YouTube, and it's weird, man. It's odd, because you would think that you're coming to a channel where well, not a channel, you're coming to a website as a whole where you're going to get people's opinions. I mean, you can't avoid that. It's called YouTube, so you're going to hear what people have to say. And if you don't like it, click off of the video and move on. But there's just a ton of hate that comes about because of it. And I'd like to just put a bit of a disclaimer here. I'm not saying that Gears of War 3 sucks. It was just used as an example because, quite honestly, from what I've played thus far, it appears that Gears of War 3 could possibly be game of the year, at least what I've played so far. But yeah, the trolling, the hate, I can't even begin to comprehend where that comes from. I have never felt so passionate about anything, at least not in a long time, that I have to insult and berate and argue back and forth with someone on the internet over it, especially a game, something that you paid $60 for. You had no input in the development process. You had no input into what direction the game is going in. You had no input as to what console it appears on, but someone insults that game and you take it as if this person just slapped your mom. I don't understand that. And you know, if a troll or one of these people that do post these kinds of comments, if someone like that can actually come to this video and explain to me in depth where that feeling comes from, please do, because I'd like to understand it. Another thing that was discussed is subscribers and jealousy on YouTube and things like that. And I have to admit, at first, when I first got into YouTube, that is something I paid quite a bit of attention to, the amount of subs someone had, you know, whether or not people dislike that person because of what they have accomplished, you know, people going around flagging videos and things like that. And right now, I really don't care about any of that. The reason why I think I cared about it in the beginning is because it was new to me and I invested a lot of energy into it. I got kind of caught up in the whirlwind of what YouTube was about. I was watching a lot of videos, even for games that I didn't care about, like Modern Warfare. I would watch a couple of videos here, watch the Call of Duty commentators, which at this current point, I don't watch a single Call of Duty commentator. I watch people that are friends of mine here on YouTube that make Call of Duty videos, but the big YouTube commentators, I don't get involved in any of that. But as Point Blank so kindly stated, subscribers don't mean anything. You can have 5,000 subscribers and your average video gets 600, 700 views, maybe 20 likes and maybe 30 comments. That is not a reflection of your fan base at all. I honestly don't even know why people subscribe to a channel if they don't intend on even viewing the video, because I myself I'll be honest, there are a lot of videos that I watch that I never rate and I never comment. Why? Because I don't have the time to sit there and rate and comment every single video that I look at. Chances are I could rate it because it's just a click of a button. So that's probably not time. That's just negligence. I just neglect to do it. But as far as commenting on every single video, sometimes you may not have an opinion. You know, you might just want to watch the video and move on to the next. And I do that quite a bit. So I don't expect that from everyone that subscribes. But if you're going to subscribe to a channel, I would think that at least 50 to 75% of what is posted on that channel you'd be interested in viewing, and that is not the case. Most people do not watch the videos, they don't rate or comment, and in that regards, I've basically come to the conclusion that subs don't matter. What does matter is the view count. I don't care if the person is subscribed or not subscribed. If they're viewing the video, that's fine by me. I don't even care if they rate or comment, because all that I really care about is that the video is getting views. And that's the reason why you make videos. I mean, I watch a lot of my own videos, but when it comes down to it, you make videos to have other people see it. Yes, you would like to get their input by having them rate it or place a comment on it. But if there isn't a rating or if there isn't a comment, big deal. The fact that I may have 1,700 subs and a video of mine got 2,000 views, that makes me happy, because regardless of who's subscribed or not, people watched it. And on an average, if I get 500 views per video, I'm happy. That means 500 people took the time to watch this video. I don't need 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 views. Really don't care about that. So that's pretty much my stance on the whole thing. As a whole, I would have to say the YouTube community is great. You do have a few idiots, few trolls, jealous people, people that make the overall experience not as enjoyable as it can be. But as a whole, the YouTube community is great. You just have to align yourself with the right people, and you realize how good it is. It's a very social website. It's a great way to learn new things, especially like video editing. I had no idea how to edit a single video until I started YouTube. Now, I'm doing edits and stuff like that. So, it's something that that I personally enjoy. It's a great hobby, and I think the community for the most part is great. I'm subscribed to a lot of great people here. A lot of great people watch my videos and comment on it, and a lot of those people, I watch their videos and I comment on it. So that's kind of my point of view on the whole YouTube community, or politics as it stands, as far as those topics that I've discussed are concerned. If you would like to check out PointBlankGamez' opinion on it, or TheArchAngelNexus' opinion on it, because they did make videos as well, their channels will be in the description so that you can go check them out. And I appreciate you looking at my video. Anyway, guys, thanks for the support. It's been Goat the Great, and I'm out. Peace.